Welcome back. This could be one of the most important reports I've ever made. And I truly hope that you give me a little bit of your time to get this entire message. And please, let's get this message out. Share this video and please give me a like. Okay, your life is in the process of changing right now at every level. Your professional level, your investment level, your personal level, and even your relationship level. And I'm not talking about it's coming soon. It is happening right now. Let's talk about it. Okay, so my name is Edward Anderson, and I'm not a professional YouTuber. I put out these kind of reports to help people out in any way that I can. I do have a Wall Street background, and I've got experience in other categories as well. And the subject I want to talk to you about today is artificial intelligence and its role in changing your life. Now, unless you've been hiding under a rock, you've been hearing about how important AI is and how it's going to change the world. But for most of you, this is probably a foreign idea and you don't really understand why it really affects you. So you don't really spend a whole lot of time thinking about it. So I'm going to bring it to your doorstep here and tell you why it's going to change your life and right now. So IBM just did an exhaustive two-part survey, and they just issued their report on what they found. Now, in this survey, they interviewed two groups of people. First, they interviewed C-suite executives, like CFOs, CEOs of over 3,000 companies worldwide. Then the second group was over 21,000 workers at various companies, again, around the world. So this is a very exhaustive report. They put a lot of time. They did a true deep dive. So today I want to talk to you about the disturbing results. Then I'm going to tell you how it affects you directly. And then I'm going to ask you, are you prepared? My guess is no. So I will offer you some solutions by the end of this video. I'm going to give you a little checklist of things that you should be doing right now. All right, so let's take a look at that report. IBM says 40% of the global workforce will have to learn new skills over the next 3 years due to AI implementation. AI won't replace people, but people who use AI will replace people who don't. So if you don't know how to use AI, you better learn real quick. And if you're not tech savvy, you are going to be out of luck. Yeah, the headline conclusion is that execs believe 4 out of 10 people in the workforce, equal to about 1.4 billion workers, will need to reskill as a result of companies implementing generative AI and automation. While employees at all levels are expected to be impacted, entry-level jobs will be the most affected. 77% of executive respondents said that entry-level positions are already seeing the effects of generative AI, and they will intensify in the next few years. That figure is just 22% for executive or senior management roles. Okay, so let's let that number sink in for a second. 1.4 billion, with a B, billion jobs are going to be displaced. Now, when they say displaced, they're being kind. Only a fraction of those jobs are going to remain at all, but those are going to be for people who can learn to adapt to AI technology, learn how to use AI technology, the tech savvy people. But a lot of that 1.4 billion people are going to be gone. They're going to be unemployed. Despite the assurances in IBM's report, we've already seen plenty of instances where generative AI has replaced or is expected to replace employees. The stress and anxiety over these job losses have led to 80% of tech workers using medications, either under a doctor's supervision or otherwise. All right, so a lot of people are already, stressed out over the effects of AI technology being introduced, and it's already having a deleterious effect on the social fabric of our country. Okay, so let's take this vague concept of generative artificial intelligence and boil it down to what it actually is going to mean to you. Well, on a professional level, a lot of jobs are going to be lost, a lot. The way this is going to work is it's going to affect the entry-level people and the lower-tier people first. Those are the first people to be replaced by robots and artificial intelligence. But they are going to work their way up. Eventually, these companies are not going to need too many executives as well. Once you plug in management skills into artificial intelligence, you won't need that many managers. So don't think that just because you're in the C-suite that you're safe. Now, if we assume that the programmers of AI are going to put emphasis on profits, profit margin, then the AI technology is going to do whatever it takes to generate more profits. And that does not bode well for anybody who is inefficient in any way. I mean, we are truly talking about Matrix movie level stuff where most humans are going to be irrelevant. And so from an investment point of view, they're going to be instructed to maximize profits for their S&P trading and their Dow Jones trading, and their NASDAQ trading. In fact, I will confess something to you. I do have a Wall Street background. I spent many years as a stockbroker, a trader, and as a trading instructor. I started on Wall Street in 1987, so I've seen the whole evolution in the world of trading. And these days, if someone were to ask me how to learn how to trade, my advice to them is, why bother? I am actually in a program that does the trading for me, and it's the first program in the world that actually implements artificial intelligence. Now, I'm not going to mention the specific program in this report, but if you want to learn about it, reach out to Rob or me, and we will fill you in. So that, by the way, is one way that I am preparing for the AI revolution, is I'm going to take advantage of it in that little corner of my life. Okay, another point about your investments and your income is, right now, if you're in a company that has a pension program, or if you're getting Social Security, these are essentially Ponzi schemes, right? It's like a pyramid shape, right? They rely on a lot of people in the bottom part of that pyramid scheme paying into a system to take care of the people who came before them. That's the definition of a Ponzi scheme, right? I mean, this is called for what it is. Social Security and all government programs, they're Ponzi schemes, as is your pension system. Well, what if you have fewer and fewer people now paying into a pension system? Well, now that pyramid structure is turned upside down. Now you got fewer people supporting a lot more people. So this spells disaster for pensions and for government programs. And what about the government itself? What is the government going to do when it has less revenue coming in from income? That's a good question, right? What is the government going to do when their tax receipts go to zero, when they have no income tax coming in? Is the government going to tax robots? Things are starting to get out of control here. And there's a lot of unforeseen, unintended consequences out of this whole AI revolution that's underway. And let's talk a little bit about time frame. All right, this is happening right now. That IBM report that predicted 1.4 billion jobs being replaced, that was predicted over the next 3 years. So it's happening right now. So let's talk a little bit about the consequences of all this on a social level. You're going to have more and more people unemployed or underemployed. Remember, right now, all the personal wealth metrics are underwater. They're all in terrible shape. Total household debt now stands over $47 trillion, all-time record. Credit card debt, for the first time, has popped its head over $1 trillion. 46% of adult Americans cannot cover a $400 emergency. And by the way, those people with that credit card debt, a lot of that credit card debt, they're paying 20 to 30% interest on that debt. There's a reason why that Oliver Anthony song has gone viral. People are suffering. The government hides this inside of their statistics. But the truth is, people are out there in very bad shape. And we've talked an awful lot about the financial system. I don't want to get too long-winded in this report, but I do want to give you a quick reminder of kind of our social status going on right now. Okay, so some of you have seen this video of rioters breaking into a store in LA, a high-end store. I believe this is Nordstrom's. And this is obviously a group effort. This is organized crime, but this is happening every day now. Now, just to let you know, the leftists who are in control right now of our local governments, they are passing laws saying that they will not prosecute crimes under $1,000. I think one place raised it to $3,000, which means you can literally walk into any store you want and steal up to $3,000 worth of stuff without being prosecuted. So what could possibly go wrong? Now, I want you to take note of this next guy. I'm going to show you this next clip. You know that a lot of these stores now they're locking up some of their high-end stuff, razor blades, things that are a little bit more expensive. They're hiding them up in like plexiglass plastic cubbies, and then they lock them. Well, this guy comes into the store with a blowtorch to break into. I mean, this tells you how much time this guy thinks he has. He's got all the time in the world to bother to take out a blowtorch to break into this cubby. All right, so here we go, downtown Los Angeles. There you go, guys. You're proud Californians. I mean, you're California. What the heck are you guys thinking? And let's go over to Europe. Let's go over to France. This is what's happening in France. Same thing. I mean, are you guys seeing these images on the evening news? No, you're not. You're not seeing these images on the evening news because the media is all part of the cabal. But let me ask you, do you think those pictures are going to be exacerbated, or are they going to be diminished as you go forward and people's jobs are lost? It is only going to get worse. All right, so what can you do about it? Well, what's our mantra here? Reduce your exposure to your bank. Get your money out of your damn bank. Number 2, put as much money as you can into gold and silver. And number 3, establish streams of passive recurring income. Let's talk for a quick New York City second about the importance of passive recurring income. You have to start generating alternate forms of income. If you've already started, you need more. If you haven't started, you have to get started. I mean, if you don't know how to start generating passive recurring income online without having to leave your house, which will come in handy during pandemics, by the way, then reach out to either Rob or me and we'll get you set up. So again, I am not a professional YouTuber, so I'm really hoping you guys can help me get this message out by hitting that like button and subscribing and sharing this message with anyone you can think of. Now, I do have a WhatsApp group called the Hey Ed WhatsApp group, and it's a collection of like-minded people who get together to share ideas and to work on developing our personal sovereignty. If you'd like to join, shoot me an email and I'll be happy to send you a link to join the Hey Ed WhatsApp group. Okay, so that's my sobering report for the day. Ed Anderson, live from Minnesota, signing out.
Copy that.